doing, good people? This is the 8-Bit Animal. Today we're going to talk about a very bad game. A game that's actually legendary for the poor control, shoddy hit detection, and the blatant false advertising on the back of the box. It's based on, actually it's a home port of a game from 1984, which means its original was it's about 30 years old. And there's a little thing on the cover that says it's a #1 arcade hit. I don't know about all that, but this game is known for having some of the more convoluted control schemes in gaming history. I don't know if you guys can see this, but in my handy dandy teach you how to play video games book, these are the basic controls for today's game. And if you can read a little bit, you probably figured out by now that today's game is Karate Champ. Okay, now Karate Champ, pretty straightforward. You play as a guy in a white gi, or in 2-player mode. The second player plays as the guy in the red gi, and you have to beat up the guy in the other colored gi to advance to another fight against the person in the other colored gi. It just keeps going. There is no stop. There is no end to this game. It continues to go until game over, until you lose. The game is set in a number of different locales. They're all single screen. There's no animation going on in the background other than the judge character, who just paces back and forth and gestures in the direction of whoever wins the round. Now, the object of the game, as far as scoring is concerned, is to get 2 points, to equal 2 points. Scoring is based on, I'm guessing, based on what type of strike you make against your opponent. But like I said, I've never really been able to fully understand the scoring system because the game is so broken. The controls are shoddy, and part of the problem with the controls is that the NES only has the control pad, 2 action buttons, a start button, and a select button. Now, typically, those 2 action buttons work perfectly fine for most games. Well, in the case of Karate Champ, the arcade version of the game was a dual joystick game, like Robotron or Smash TV. So basically, you move one joystick in one direction and move another one in another direction, and that determines your attacks. With the NES only having 2 action buttons and the control pad, it took a lot for Data East to kind of shoehorn all of those actions into those buttons. So actually, kudos to them for attempting, but man, did they blow it. Also, as far as that, well, I'll get to the whole false advertising thing in a sec. Now, the arcade version of this game is actually pretty noteworthy because it had a cameo in the classic Jean-Claude Van Damme film Bloodsport. Actually, in the scene where Frank Dukes meets Ray Jackson, Van Damme's character Frank Dukes was playing the arcade version of Karate Champ, and so the 2 guys play against each other and they form a friendship over this video game. I wish the same could be said about Karate Champ, the home version, because it's terrible. Another problem with the home port of Karate Champ is that on the back of the box, they show these 2 screenshots. One of the screenshots has your character facing off against a bull. That never happens in the home version. and it duped so many kids into thinking that they could jump kick a bull in the face in a video game, and that never happened. You should be ashamed of yourself, Data East. You should really be ashamed of yourself. As far as getting, like, first of all, why would you want to copy a Karate Champ? It's a terrible video game. But if you must get a copy of Karate Champ, if you pay more than $3 for a copy of Karate Champ, you're a bad person. You should not feed the machine with this garbage. It's a bad video game. Don't do this to yourself. Please. This has been the 8-Bit Animal. And I'll have something much better for you guys tomorrow.